inclusive growth agenda forward. But the man who got it right is sitting here with me, Tarun Bajaj. You said it will be 10 lakh crores, and that's exactly the capex number that's come out. You said it would be 5.9% on the fiscal deficit. That's exactly the number that the finance minister has come out. You said there would be no change on capital gains, and that's exactly what the budget has delivered on. So congratulations to you to get the budget right.
You're putting me in a very difficult situation. I didn't have any clue on what the budget numbers are going to say. That was my own perception of what the budget would say. But I had also said, I think she's over-delivered on the personal income tax, which is a very good thing. And this was something that was expected by the people, and people were asking for it. So I think it's
on the personal income tax, Mr. Bajaj, because there's a caveat is that this will mean that you need to shift to the new tax regime, which really hasn't taken off in the last 3 years. Do you believe by announcing the measures that this is now finally going to get people to switch from the old to the new, even though that option of retaining the old continues?
We will have to read the fine print, but I think the maths must have been done. And I remember while she was speaking, she said up to 7 lakhs there will be no taxation. So if that happens and the tax rates are what they are, and obviously this will be without any exemptions being given to the taxpayers, I think a lot of people, and she also gave some examples, and I'm sure the department must have done their arithmetic where you see at this income what were you paying in the old tax regime and what do you pay in the new tax regime, and she gave 2 examples. If all that is what is contained in the scheme, I think we'll see as many number of people now shifting to the new tax regime as were giving in the old tax regime in the olden days.
You know, on balance, Mr. Bajaj, you were very clear just before we got into the budget in the last 1 minute. You said that you don't believe that this is going to be necessarily seen as an election budget. You said that the government is not going to deviate as far as fiscal consolidation is concerned. You were hoping that the government would incentivize state capex as well. That has come through as well. On balance, what's your big headline for budget 2023?
I think she scores maybe 11 on 10 on this budget. She's delivered on everything, and there were various demands by different sections of the society. Also, what you have not mentioned is she's also covered tribals, tourism, housing, and all those areas also. Along with that, a fiscal deficit of 5.9% and a capex increase of 33%. And now the other thing that we need to look at is that when it was started, the capex used to be about 1.7% of the GDP. Today it is 3.3, almost double of that. And if you include what is being given to the states, it's 4.5. If your fiscal deficit is 5.9 and 4.5 is this, your quality of expenditure is also improving quite a bit. And I think this is going to give a boost. And this year, other than the capex of the government of India, and the state governments will also spend more because their fiscal position will be better. The private investment will also start coming. So I think while there are headwinds in the world economy, I think India should be home, and home with flying colors.
Home and home with flying colors, 11 on 10. That's the number coming in from the former